So I believe we have time for maybe one more question. So someone asked about activities such as football. So Amir, you started raising that a bit. So some schools are prioritizing activities like that over in-person voting. Often universities are a place or holds sort of space for students to vote. So what do you think about this type of decision?
Especially since you're in a Big Ten school.
Yeah, so that seems sort of like an incorrect priority to me anyway. I would say that the university has rightfully been encouraging people to vote absentee. I think that makes a lot of sense. Certainly, our parent union, the American Federation of Teachers, is encouraging that as well. I think one interesting campaign that has started at the University of Michigan, led by students, undergraduate and graduate, is to have the day off on election day, so that people can vote and, more than vote, volunteer in either at the polling stations themselves and get out the vote efforts for their favorite candidates. So I hope the universities and schools generally are putting some thought into how they figure into the democratic process.
That's helpful. And I think Professor Williams might have a response to that.
Yes, there I am. Yeah, as luck would have it, we're supposed to be playing Wake Forest this Saturday. Right. And we had 13 players test positive in the last few days. Right. So now the game's been postponed to December 12th. So I guess we dodged a bullet momentarily or something. But one thing, I've said it only half jokingly. I could see having football if most of the students weren't on campus. And if most of the students are on campus, not having it, but having both at the same time worries me. And what really worries me, first off, there are concerns about the football players, but I'm actually more worried about the student body. And on November 7th, at least according to the current schedule, Notre Dame plays #1 Clemson. At this point, both teams would probably be favored to be undefeated at that time. So that's a game with national championship implications. Classes end 5 days later. Everybody's off campus within a couple of weeks. Now, I'm just really worried that, yeah, maybe we have been really well behaved and everything's been going great. But if we win a de facto national championship game, what is that going to do to discipline on campus? I mean, if we win that game, it would be the biggest win since we beat #1 Florida State back in 1993. So I'm just very nervous about this.
Yeah.
And then we're leaving 2 weeks. Everybody's supposed to be gone 2 weeks after that game. You know, how are you going to get all these tested? Are we going to be sending a bunch of people home that are carrying COVID with them?
Right.
I mean, you think it's just going to be super important to maintain super discipline those last 2 weeks. And I really wish we were playing, if we're going to play #1 Clemson, I'd rather it be in a week or two. I really dislike it being right before classes.
Yeah.
Yeah.